Nearly 11 months ago, I had this to say about the Vivo X200 Pro.
Okay, how are the cameras on this phone so good?
And I'll be honest when I say I didn't think they could top that phone this quickly. But after getting to spend some time with the X300 Pro and the photographer kit, all I'll say is don't let this phone fly under the radar because they've done it again. We're talking better photos, massive zooming capabilities, and the jump to a better processor that finally makes the software feel as fast as a dedicated camera. And while it looks like a spec bump on paper, everything that they've done with the X300 Pro just ups the ante. Here's why. First, of course, is the gear. This is made in partnership with PGY Tech, and the case has a grippy, leather-like texture, but the real benefit here is with the grip and its physical controls. So this isn't a Bluetooth grip, it connects via USB-C and has a two-stage shutter button so you can half press to lock in your focus and full press to take your shot. It also has a built-in 2300 mAh battery, so you have a bit more endurance because that extra juice is just gonna come in handy. Now with the case, you also have a couple of options of what accessories that you can use. It has a 62mm filter ring, so you can attach an ND filter or a black mist filter depending on what you're going for. One is just purely decorative if you don't want to bring extra things. And of course, you have what attaches the telephoto extender. Again, this is co-branded with Zeiss, as you can see with the badge. 90% of the time though, I've just had the telephoto extender adapter on. Now before we talk about photo output from the X300 Pro, let's talk about camera specs first. We have a 50 megapixel main camera that's backed by a Sony LYT-828 sensor, a 50 megapixel ultra-wide, plus an insane 200 megapixel Zeiss APO telephoto camera, but the selfie camera has been bumped up from 32 megapixels up to 50 megapixels. Honestly, the X200 Pro was already so good, but the image processing is so much better on the X300 Pro thanks to that VS1 imaging chip that Vivo has added on to this phone. So you get better noise reduction and overall, just really great output from all of the cameras, whether you're using the main or the ultra-wide. Now the telephoto camera is no slouch, but if you want that extra reach, the photographer kit includes that telephoto extender, which is a physical piece of Zeiss glass that attaches onto the case. It might look like a gimmick at first, but the results when zooming in speak for itself, and I was really impressed by how clear the shots were, even if you push it to the maximum. I'm not entirely sure if the photographer kit plus the huge lens will be allowed at concerts, but you can imagine the shots you can get with this. Also, a little reminder, if you do end up getting this, turn on the telephoto extender setting in the menus, otherwise the image will be reversed or flipped over. So that's what it will look like if you don't turn on that option in the settings. Now, aside from the cameras, the Vivo X300 Pro also has everything you would expect out of a flagship phone. It has a 6.78-inch AMOLED panel, so viewing all the photos you took or simply just enjoying a video on it is going to be a good experience. Plus, it has a peak brightness of 4500 nits, so even in direct sunlight, this screen is perfectly clear. Under the hood, we have the MediaTek Dimensity 9500 paired with 16GB of RAM and 512GB of storage for our review unit. And as you would expect, everything opens up instantly and gaming is a breeze on this device. Now, if you're into the benchmarks, they're pretty much on par with its peers in the flagship realm, so you don't have to worry about running the heaviest tasks on this device because it's more than capable of handling it. As for the battery of the X300 Pro, the capacity is 6510 mAh, which lasted 19 hours and 33 minutes on our benchmark tests. But with my day-to-day use, which is pretty moderate, this is a 2-day phone for me. Now, one thing that I appreciate with the X300 Pro and a move I appreciate from Vivo is Origin OS 6, which is pretty much a cleaner UI experience compared to what they were using before. On Origin OS 6, they've also added the Origin Island at the top, which looks familiar if you know what I mean, but there are some added functionalities. You can long press a photo, drag it into the island, and instantly drop it into an email or social post, apart from the usual visualizers when you have Spotify or YouTube running in the background. Now, they've also included a simpler way to share files from the X300 Pro into an iOS device. It's still app dependent and not quite as smooth as Quick Share or AirDrop, but I'm just glad glad it's here while we're waiting for Google and Apple to like work on it and get their act together so they can finally like quick share and airdrop to each other. So yeah, Easy Share is the name of the app. Okay, so let's try to answer the question, is the X300 Pro worth it? I know this was a quick one. I just wanted to get my thoughts out there because I do think that this phone is flying under the radar a bit. But if you're looking for an Android flagship with one of the best telephoto capabilities out there, the X300 Pro is definitely high up on my list. I also love it that shots coming out of the cameras display so much character that you don't even have to edit them. They're ready for posting straight out of the phone. And again, everything that you would expect out of a flagship is also here. Display, performance, battery life. You don't have to worry about them with the X300 Pro. Now, in terms of pricing, the Vivo X300 Pro is listed at $77,990 on Vivo's website, which sounds just about right for a flagship phone of its caliber. But what do you guys think? Would you consider the Vivo X300 Pro? And do you think that the photographer kit is a game changer or just more stuff to carry? Let me know in the comments. But that's it for me. My name is Tita James. Happy holidays, guys. Peace, God bless, and I'll see you guys in the next one.